Since late June 2014, we've been following the progress of a ceramics course at Creative Spark. Ethnic Women's Stories Through Craft, funded by the EU's Peace Tree programme, brought together a group of local women from different ethnic backgrounds. Throughout the project, the women have learned how to design and make a range of ceramics, while regularly discussing and sharing their different cultures. We start our journey at Creative Spark.
Two is enough for you? You think two? I think two bowls will be enough for your dipping sauce.
Yeah, I think one.
I'm Mary Cowan and I was brought in as the ceramic facilitator for the project. Just stick your hand in and just touch the bottom. And you'll see there's a lot of silt there at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so that needs to be mixed up again. I guess I came to art through ceramics. I was a community worker in Belfast and I used to do ceramic night classes and leisure classes and I got the bug. So in 2001, I left work and went to college, applied to go to art college. So I did a degree in fine and applied art. And I mostly specialised in ceramics, but I did do general sculpture as well. This is greenware, so this hasn't been fired yet. And if we pass this along, you can feel that even though it's hard, it's still quite cold in comparison to a bisque ware. And it's heavier because there's still moisture in it. So at this stage, we can do some decorating. We can decorate with slip. It's been a great project. I think all of us involved in it, we love food, we love cooking. We kind of are all interested in other people's cultures and finding out about other people and the way they do things and things that they can eat and things that they don't eat within their culture and, you know, for various reasons. So this, I like the sound of that. This is a slab roller. The beauty of a slab roller is that you have a nice uniform slab. And just smooth out your clay. Okay, so isn't the slab roller a great little thing? There's a good mix within the group. We've got two Chinese women. We have a Swedish woman. We have an American woman. African, Irish, yes, and Netherlands. Well, Marie actually does say Holland, funny enough, yes. We are almost finished. Some pieces fell apart because we're hand building. It's more difficult to get the joins perfect, so some of them kind of cracked and fell apart. Well, we had some cracks and breakages. This probably being the worst. Well, it's kind of a mix of a few. It's not just one pot.
That's the bottom.
So it just totally separated. You have to really be careful about joining clay, make sure it's well joined. Like this was pinged and it just had a big crack. You learn not to be too precious about things. Yes. And you learn never to count your chickens until you open the kiln door and everything's all right. You just don't know what's in store for you.
You know, you showed me the ones that are in the cupboard, like the racing car crane and flame burst and those.
Yeah.
So I was going to get a few more of those. My name is Sophie Coyle and I'm working as the project coordinator on the Ethnic Women's Stories Through Cookery and Craft. The project actually began in 2013 as the Louth Travellers Women's Story Through Craft. And we saw craft as a way of helping people open up and talk about themselves and share their stories and traditions. So this year we were given an opportunity to build on that project with the funding from the EU's Peace 3 programme. And we wanted to take a different slant and maybe open it up to a wider group of women. So that's where the ethnic women came in.
I'm Sharon McCardle, and my role in this project has been one of story collector.
I think both in South American and Jewish culture, food is very important. And from a young age, children, mainly girls, but boys as well, are encouraged to cook together with their parents, and they are taught how to prepare certain dishes.
Well, the Chinese saying that the most important thing in life is your food, because you have to feed yourself first, no matter whatever you do.
But the Irish just love to. Anybody comes in the door, the kettle goes on. There has to be something to eat with the tea.
Yeah.
My mother would say, you have to keep the wind out of your stomach. You have to have a biscuit, a piece of cake.
We really enjoyed the project. We got straight into it. I think it had something maybe to do with, from the very beginning, sharing food and cooking for one another. Each week we'd prepare food and share our elevenses together on our lunch, and just even through that and the chat around the recipes and the taste sensations that we were getting each week provoked an awful lot of chat and discussion.
We saw cookery being a kind of a real shared experience for a lot of people. Everyone can associate with another person's experience of food and memories of food, maybe from childhood. But at the same time, every culture has different styles of cooking. So there's new things to share as well.
My mother was, I would call, an amateur foodie and a sociologist. So she would go out and find people of every culture and bring them home and make them teach her how to cook their food. Now I remember Spanish people in my house and East Indian people in my house, and Mom would bring them in and they'd share food. They'd teach her recipes, and then she'd teach them her recipes. And so that was kind of already going on. Yeah, so I kind of grew up in this.
We used food as a stimulus for discussion. It was the kind of baseline where we started to get to know one another. We had food from the desert in Arizona. We had Hebrew dishes. We had dishes from Africa, China. So it was just so exciting, and it was so exciting for all the ladies to taste each other's foods as well.
In this island, we have African store here. So the African store we have here is for the Nigerian food. So it makes me feel that I'm in Nigeria. So everything we want to make, we can see it in that shop. So it really makes me feel at home. Even feel me that I bring the home to my home again. Home to home.
In Ireland, local shops and supermarkets primarily supply the food that makes up the average Irish diet. But if you're looking for yams, palm oil or certain types of noodles, you have to go elsewhere. That's why suppliers of African and Asian food are invaluable in today's multicultural society. I went along with two of the course participants to find out more about their local shops.
Hi, my name is Fatima Johnson. This is L&M African shop. So you can call me now for the shop to see. Everybody, good morning. This is Latif, the owner of the L&M shop, African food. This shop is very, very important, mostly for the Nigerians or Africans, because of most of the Nigerians are here even in Dundalk, in Ireland, because at least they will feel at home eating our own food.
This is red palm oil. It did the same job with vegetable oil, but this is our own taste. We use it to fry chips, we use it to cook soup, we use it to cook vegetable, we use it to cook egusi soup.
We use it for so many things that we can use it for, especially food, especially stew too.
Stew, yeah.
Like
this is our Nigerian potato. That is yam, because of the weather. It cannot go. Most of the food we are eating here, it cannot go here. The yam is stand like potato.
In our own country.
In our own country.
If this shop is not here, most of us, we can't enjoy ourselves here because we will feel that the food we eat at home is not here.
Hello, I'm Eternal. Welcome to the Asian Suppliers. Let's come in. This is Peggy, the owner of the shop. Hello. I think as a Chinese people, I really miss home quite a lot, and I miss my Chinese food. That's why I choose this shop, and this is very important for us. I can buy several foods here, not only a traditional Chinese food, but also the Asian food, vegetables and meats, a snack.
This is a Japanese noodle. This is Korean noodle. This is most popular Chinese noodle. The name is KSF noodle. We got different flavor. It's very famous in China.
Chinese people like dumplings, right?
Yeah.
But it's hard for us, like international students or international people come from Ireland to eat dumplings, but you can make by yourself, but use this flour. When you come to Ireland, you find it's hard and to try some sushi in Dundalk, you can try to make by yourself, like things. All of the things are here.
If we make the sushi, we need the sushi rice. This is sushi rice. And this is sushi ginger and vinegar and seaweed and wasabi and cement. And here I have some ingredient. What's the sushi need?
So come here, I got everything I want. And that is very important to me.
Sharing food has played a major role in this project, and each week a member of the group brought in some food to share. This was an important part of the project as it was a chance to experience food from different cultures and learn about how the food was made. One of the participants, Olive, invited me along to her home to show me how she made her famous brown bread.
Hello, my name's Olive Kennedy, and today I would like to show you how to make brown bread. Preheat your oven to 200 degrees centigrade, 400 degrees Fahrenheit or gas mark 6. For this we need a large bowl, your pound of coarse wholemeal flour, your 25 grams of wheat bran, tablespoon sugar, and give it a little mix. Add the butter. It's gone soft, which is handy. So the butter you knead into breadcrumbs, and you lift, you aerate your mix to induce air. And to this we'll add, to our flour we'll add 1 teaspoonful of bread soda, already measured. And sieve this into our wholemeal flour. Give it a little mix. Make a well in the center. And take your buttermilk. Add 1 egg. Now you will find some flours don't take in as much, and for others you need more. It all depends on the flour you mix.
underneath the Atlantic, a fantastic voyage. 2 parts unknown, going to depths where the sun's never shone, and I fascinate myself till I do.
And this is what I made earlier. And it's nice, just simply with some butter and jam, nice cup of tea. Thank you all for watching and enjoy.
As part of the project, the group took a trip to the Ulster Museum, Belfast. Meeting us there was Kim Mahoney, head of art at the museum. Kim showed us around the museum's ceramics collection, which helped the group to have a better understanding of the form and function of ceramics.
My skin is white as parchment, drier than a downtown office building where the air is tight. This time spent listening on our bones, waiting for the tide.
I just thought I'd bring you down to show you 3 particular drinking vessels. The little one in the front is one of the earliest pieces we have in the collection of ceramics. It's even got a date on it, 1652. Sack was a particular type of sweet wine that came in from the continent, and it was so important and so revered that they used to make these special little bottles for people to pour their drink from.
My skin is cold as the toes on a bathroom floor. Run back to bed and slam the door. Oh, what a lovely sun.
After the museum, we took a political tour of Belfast. This gave the group an insight into the city's troubled past.
I thought it was very successful. One of the aims was to make them more aware of the history in Northern Ireland. I think it's a good starting point for people who hadn't experienced it before.
Now we'll show you some of the well-known spots you might have heard about, particularly during the Trouble period. You notice the emblems as you go around, the colours are changing. One of the legacies of the Troubles has been these gardens of remembrance. In the aftermath of the 30 years of Trouble, the Republicans started to build these gardens of remembrance. Would you like to go out and have a look at that? You can see all the names on the wall of people from the area who were killed. You can see the way they depict the ancient warriors in the art and the way they present it. And the mural is showing the Falls Road area and the area that we're driving in at the moment. Had you come here 20 years ago, you couldn't have this type of stuff. But with the settlement and the peace process, things like this have been allowed to develop.
To mark the end of the project, a large community dinner was organised. Attended by family and friends and catered by the women who took part in the project, the dinner was a great success and a testament to the increasingly diverse population in Dundalk and the surrounding areas.
It's been a really successful project. I'm so delighted to be part of it. You should be very proud of the work that you've done, and we hope to continue this kind of work into the future. There's lots of delicious food for everyone. Thank you all for coming. Dig in. Thank you.